Sir?
Yes, madam. Shakti will.
Okay, sir. The session will be started.
Yes, madam.
YouTube on recording address. Sir?
Yes, madam. Please, madam. You continue, madam. I'm just listening.
Okay, sir. The session will be started. Introduction. Recycle
அன்னைக்கு ஒரு நாள் வச்சேன்.
யூடியூப் இமீடியட்டா கனெக்ட் பண்ணணுமா?
நிறைய யூடியூப் கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்காங்க. Happy morning, everyone.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Today is the last day program on FDP, New Education Policy. I am very happy to meet you all through Zoom meeting. Today is the end of the session. Last 5 days successfully it was run because of the active participants. Very interestingly, patiently they have listened. With this, today we are closing the session. The session also very interesting session. We all need the new education policy in our curriculum. Sir going to deal about the new education policy in India. Introduction about the sir. Today's resource person. I welcome you, sir. I welcome our principal, madam, other. I welcome all the college principals, vice principal, professors, associate professors, tutors from in around Pondicherry and other than Pondicherry state. Now I am going to give introduction about the resource person. Today, our beloved resource person, Dr. P. Shaktivel, Professor and Deputy Controller of Examination, Department of Political Science and Public Administration, Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu, India. Welcome you, sir. Sir had the 22 years of experience in field of the education. Educational qualifications are did till PhD. Sir have edited the books and written the books 11th standard Government of Tamil Nadu. Sir had delivered the special lecturers, number of lecturers 268. Webinar also sir had presented more than 18 presentation. Sir was done it. Total number of paper presentations and attendance 103. Conference and training program organized 7. Technical session chaired 23. Interview to newspapers sir had done 5. PhD guidance 4 have been completed, 3 is ongoing. MPhil guidance 18 sir has been completed. Sir visited the other countries. Visited Sri Lanka on invitation from University of Jaffna, delivered a lecturer at Department of Political Science, University of Jaffna during 28-30 November 2017. Visited Malaysia to present a paper in the international conference on 23rd February 2019 at Malaysia University, Malaysia. Visited Abu Dhabi, UAE and delivered a lecture on the topic Higher Education Avenues for Overseas Students in India. Major project also completed in UGC, Fragmentation Muslim Politics in Tamil Nadu in the year of 2008-2010 UGC. Religious conversation and human rights issues in Tamil Nadu during the year of 2012-15 under UGC. Special lecturers delivered University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka, Abu Dhabi, UAE, UGC, HRDS, University of Madras, University of Mysore, Bharatidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Tamil Nadu, National Institute of Technology, Trichy. Sir have delivered the more than 17 lecturers, special lecturer. Sir did the book chapters in the book, contributed an English version chapter, Political Development in Tamil Nadu, Unit 4, 11th textbook published by Government of Tamil Nadu, September 2018. Tamil version chapter, Political Development in Tamil Nadu, 11th textbook published by Government of Tamil Nadu, September 2018. Edited book, C.N. Annadurai, The Architect of Tamil Nadu Politics, published by Anna Memorial Chair, Department of Political Science and Public Administration, November 2012. Social Exclusion of Marginalized Group in India, published by Department of Political Science and Public Administration, Annamalai University. Sir did the newspaper interview, A Vote for the Vote and What Next, a Hindu, March 2014. Be There for Democracy, Hindu, April 12, 2011. Will Jayalalitha become NDA new headache? Live Mint e-newspaper. Jayalalitha acquitted in DA cases set to return as Tamil Nadu CM. Tamil Nadu election, PAWF join hands with DMDK awards. Sir has been received award at PC Alexander Endowment Gold Medal in Postgraduate Program in Political Science 1995. Won the Best Research Paper Award for the paper Unraveling the Success Story of a Model Panchayat working of Kerapalayam Panchayat during the year of 2006. Best Teacher Award in the year of 2016 given by Tamil Nadu Chemmoli Arachi Nirvanam, Sri Krishna Sweets and மாநில தொடக்க கல்வி டீச்சர்ஸ் அசோசியேஷன் invite as a senior scholar in American Society for Public Administration 6th International Workshop organized by Hindustan University. Sir had been a chairman of Board of Study, member of Board of Study in the Annamalai University and the Madras University, Mysore University and Bharatidasan University, Tamil Nadu Open University, and so on. Sir had the membership of the Tamil Nadu Public Service and so on. Now I will invite the sir to be a presenter. Before that, I will request my principal madam to honor the today's resource person. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, madam.
Very happy to be here. All your resumes, sir. It was really an excellent resume. How much hard you worked for a number of years to inflate your resume like anything, sir. It was really a wonderful resume. What I made before all these sessions. Very nice. You are being a resource for us today, sir. And I hope the people, the even a few of them, few of the students have enrolled here because the national education policy is more important, which is a current issue which is needed for all the groups. So we made a few students also to enroll in that. I hope that they will understand your PPT. I have gone through your PPT yesterday, which is to the level of the participants, because I received it from you yesterday. I just gone through yesterday night what is there in that PPT. Is it to the level of our participants? I just gone through. It is definitely which you have covered all the areas which is needed for us. Now the forum is yours, sir. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your nice words and introductions. And I don't know whether I deserve it for all your applause and your appreciations. But one thing is very clear, and being a very sincere, dedicated teacher, and I do justice for any assignments given to me in the classroom or outside the classroom, in the department, on the university level. And I complete at most with satisfaction as a teacher as well as a researcher. And once again, I thank the Vinaya Mission College of Nursing and the Indrani College of Nursing, and particularly organizing chairperson Dr. G. Muttamil Chelvi Madam, Dr. Maliha Kannan Madam, and organizing secretary Mrs. K. Sakita, and other the webinar team. And this is the, I think it is the last day. I don't think that the participants are already exhausted or tired with attending 5 days number of lectures and series. And I can assure you, my dear participants and delegates, and certainly next 1 hour it's going to be very, very interesting. And I will not let down any one of you with the fatigue or with the boring lectures. And because I have good experience, and I have good experience in talking to the teachers and various universities, academic staff college, and NIT, IIIT, science and technology institutions, Satyabama, and what else. And, but today I'm very happy that I'm talking to the nursing college, especially Vinaya Mission. And for your kind information, this Vinaya Mission is very close to me because my native place is just 15 kilometers away from Vinaya Mission College, Salem. So I belongs to the Namakkal district, which is very close to the Vinaya Mission College. So when I was a student passing through, crossing the Vinaya Mission College, and there is a dream in my mind. So I should also get an education in this institution, and as a medicine or any other courses now. But it's a God's instruction that I am teaching political science at Annamalai University for the past 22 years. So with this brief introduction, I am much thankful to the organizing committee members taking a lot of efforts. It's not so easy. It is not so easy in organizing the seminars and conferences. And I used to say that it is like arranging a marriage. And how much of energy I know the principal, vice principal, and other faculty members, they invested the time, energy, for the past couple of weeks or couple of days. So once again, I appreciate the team. And today, I think it is my 20th or 21st webinar. So thanks to COVID-19, there are negative the side of COVID-19 pandemic. So human loss, money loss, material loss, job loss. But and I take it as a positive. And this COVID-19 pandemic has given me an opportunity to meet you all through webinar. So in that sense, I am very much thankful and for the college as well as for the pandemic situation. But I feel that you are all frontline staff, especially the nursing staff, and really I'm appreciating the services of the frontline staff, especially the doctors and the nurses. And certainly your service is very much required and the country definitely will reward you and will recognize your service. So when the college contacted me regarding presentation, I have chosen very purposefully. I have chosen the topic is new education policies. And my dear friends, you know the reason is most of the um, lectures are most of the presentations are about value education, outbased education, and education technology, education technique, etc., etc. But I think that very few people, because this is a new policy, it was approved by the cabinet sometimes before, and I thought that not much discussions, debate, or deliberations taking place at the national level. So here, my duty, my dear participants, delegates, students, research scholars, and other participants, even the principal, vice principals also joined the program. When I see the chart group, it is nearly 100, and it is additional responsibility for me to talk very carefully and very sensibly. So here, my purpose is to sensitize different stakeholders about the new education policy because it is going to have a very, very far reaching impact on our education system, curriculum, and our own students' future. And because, the destiny of India is being shaped in the classroom. That is used to say when the first education policy was framed in 1960s, the Kothari Commission, they started and by saying that the nation's destiny is being shaped in the classroom. So as a teacher, we have a greater responsibility in shaping and molding our own students and our own faculty members. So start with a brief introduction about the new education policy. And this draft policy was published in the government website last year, 2019 itself. And I also posted my comment over 2019 year itself regarding the new education policy because after several decades, I think 2 or 3 decades, a new policy was framed by the government of India and several experts were appointed and by getting the opinion from different stakeholders, for example the teachers, the person who are connected with the education system and the education administrators, and after that they prepared a draft policy in 2019. It was made available to the people in the website that is on the mygov website, and the people who are interested, they browsed the data and they gone through the policy. And I too also downloaded the draft policy in 2019, and I have gone through the policy. And regarding this 2020 new education policy, I have delivered my lecture in Mysore, and regarding the topic delivered in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad also. And they invited me to share my understanding about the new education policy. So here I am just going to present my presentation. So about 45 to 50 minutes. So after the presentation is over, and now we can have a quality of debate and discussions. And you can also raise your questions through chat box. I will answer up to my level. If it is not possible, and I will also seek your opinion also. So there are challenges in 21st century. And I think you would also agree with me what we are producing graduates in the education system. We are not producing employable graduates now. So there is a significant difference between graduates and employable graduates. For example, we are grading and we are awarding the degrees to our students, but they are coming to the market and they are writing examinations. Now it is going to be a centralized national testing agency. They are going to conduct examination for the whole country. So naturally, there is a acute competition in competitive examination system also. Or we are producing our students with employable graduates. So employable means this degree, this education which they acquired 3 year or 4 year or 2 year or 1 year, whatever may be, which empowered the students to go and get a very decent employment opportunity either in government sector or in private sector. So what this new education policy 2020, it is designed to meet the challenges of or the dynamic requirements of the population, especially in 21st century. My dear students and my dear participants of the program, in forthcoming years, that is 2021 or 22 or coming days, definitely there is going to be an acute challenges in the education system. You are going to face a stiff competition from foreign universities also. So continuously as a teacher, we have to update our knowledge and we have to update our curriculum and we have to thoroughly revise our curriculum to meet the challenges of the 21st century. So what this new education policy promised to design and to prepare the education system, whether it is a school or higher education, to meeting the challenges of the 21st century. For that, they promise to provide quality education. So education is very, very important because our students are going to compete with the students from overseas. Our university education system, college system is going to compete with foreign universities and the foreign college system. So be remember that the forthcoming days are going to be very, very stiff competition, and you will have to encounter a lot of issues or challenges from the private and as well as the foreign universities. Second thing is innovation and research. My dear participants, the total our contribution to the research output at the global level is 4% only. You may be shocking. Yes, it is a real, it is a hard data. We are number two in terms of population at the global level. But whereas our contribution to the higher education or the research output to the global market is only 4%. Then coming to the another data, which I am going to share with you, that is 0.3% in terms of patents. In terms of patents, which we are contributing to the global level is only less than 1%. So how we are going to improve to the 5% and how we are going to improve the research contribution to the 10%. And that is the second, the target of the new education policy. And third, COVID-19, the people, they come from Gulf, they come from US and Canada and the UK and the European countries. Now the students are come to India, and it is the Herculean task for the government. And we are the knowledge superpower at the global level. And we have enough and skilled as well as talented students and faculty members, and how we are going to handle the manpower, how we are going to equip these students and the faculty members with the skills and the knowledge. For that, the new education policy is a promise. So providing skills and the knowledge to the teachers as well as to the students and faculty members, that is the third objective of new education policy. The fourth one is you just see, and as in introduction, Madam also told that, sir, I have gone through your PowerPoint, and I think it is up to the level of the participants. And really, Madam, the PowerPoint, everything was prepared by me, typing and giving the colors and some data, very interesting data I'm going to share with you in future course of my presentation. And everything is done by myself only. For every presentation, I think it is my 269th or 270 lecture. For all my lectures, I myself prepare, because if I prepare, I can talk to the audience and I can deliver the presentation very, very sensibly and with a lot of emotion and commitments. I can deliver the lecture. So I myself prepare everything. And if you see the last point, eliminating shortage of manpower. My dear participants, 40% of the faculty positions in the universities, whether it is a state university or central university, there are 40% vacancies are available. and the central government or the state government is not able to fill the faculty shortages in universities and colleges. Now, this new education policy promised to provide or to eliminate a kind of any kind of shortages in manpower, especially in science and technology, academic industry. So this is one thing. And the first the Kothari Commission education reform was introduced, were adopted in 1964, and after 2 years, there are several debate and discussions. It submitted a report to the government of India, and the draft policy started with the வாசகம் என்ன அப்படின்னா ஒரு நாட்டின் எதிர்காலம் வகுப்பறையில் தான் தீர்மானிக்கின்றது. That is the starting point of the introduction about the new education policy in 1966, that the future of India, the destiny of India is being shaped in the classroom. I am 100% believe if you produce students with moral values, if you produce faculty members with moral values, and that is going to be a greatest strength for the India. Then after we had two education policies, and recently in 2020, if you see the left side, July 29th, the Union Ministry Cabinet has approved the 2020 new education policy, and it is going to be implemented very soon. And there are four or five important pillars of new education policy. One is access, quality, equity, affordability, and accountability. Access is nothing but everyone should access to the education system. See, when I told, when I was a student, when I completed my plus two, it was only 13 or 14 engineering colleges in 1989. I think I'm right, 1989. But now you can see that um, 500 plus education institutions, engineering colleges are available, nursing colleges are available, quality medical colleges are available in Tamil Nadu. So everybody should get access to the education system. That is the first pillar. Second is equity, in the sense there should be equality. Equality in the sense, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, language, பணக்காரன் ஏழை அந்த மாதிரி எந்த ஒரு வேறுபாடு இல்லாமல் எல்லோருக்கும் குவாலிட்டியான எஜுகேஷன்ஸ் கிடைக்கணுன்றது அடுத்த 2020 நியூ எஜுகேஷன் பாலிசி. ஸோ குவாலிட்டி எஜுகேஷன் டு ஆல், and with affordability and accountability. Affordability is nothing sense by being the factor that I'm very poor. So naturally, I should not be denied with the opportunity to get my education in either government or either in education system. And last point is accountability. Now there is a big question is accountability. So who will be responsible? If something went wrong with our education system, something went wrong with our examination pattern, or if a candidate is being punished, or if the candidate is being victim, who will be responsible? Now this education policy 2020 will have to put a accountability that who will be responsible, and they will have to answer to all your omissions and commissions. And you come to the another the very interesting aspect of new education policy. Now the education system, new education system wanted to expand the schooling from age group to 3 to 18 years. But previously it was 6 to 14 years. Now it was wanted to expand from 3 years to 18 years. So a lot of criticism about starting the school system at the age of 3 years. Here you can see that whether our children are capable of going to the school at the age of third, or in put it in other way, whether our college, our education infrastructure is good enough to take care of the health and hygiene of the children who are going to be admitted at the age of third. And this new education policy promised to cover the school education and education system from age group 3 to 18 years now. Then another important thing is now we have the 10+2 structure. So 10th standard, we have a public exam, and now 11th standard also we have a public exam, 12th standard. But now there is a new curriculum is going to be implemented. That is a 5+3+3+4 curriculum structure. And if you see the 3 to 8 years, that is coming in the first 5 years. And 8 to 11 years coming into the second category, that is 3 years. And next 3 years is 11 to 14 years. And the last is a 14, that is 14 to 18 years respectively. But initially our mind is resisting. So we are, for the 2 decades, we have been trained with the structure 10+2. But now if the new government or new education system wanted to create a 5+3+3+4, initially our mind will resist, but once it is implemented, within few years, we will be accustomed with the new education system. Now there is a overall restructuring of our system. And coming to, I am just going to focus about more points about and higher education system, because we are all higher education teachers and we are all working in the higher education system. Now this new education policy is going to merge UGC, AICT, NCT will be merged with one commission that is called the Higher Education Commission of India. You know, my dear friends, right now we have a UGCs available, we have a HRDC available, we have different affiliating agencies are available. But now this new education system, they are going to establish one commission that is called Higher Education Commission of India, what we call it as a HECI, and that will be established as a single overseeing umbrella body for entire higher education, excluding medical and legal education. They have the different system, but excluding medical legal, we have only one system, and this system is going to affiliate, this system is going to create, this system is going to design education of the arts and science and engineering, other thing. And another interesting point is there is a public and a private participation in higher education. And here there is a real challenge for the institutions, that is the government institutions. And these government institutions should ready to face the challenges from the private higher education institutions, because there is going to be a single uniform norm to regulate accreditation and academic standard for public and private higher education. ஸோ இங்கே வந்து அரசாங்கம் சரி, தனியார் உயர்கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் எல்லாத்துக்குமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு நாம்ஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்ண போறாங்க ஃபார் அக்ரிடேஷன். அங்கீகாரம் கொடுக்கறதா இருந்தாலும் சரி, அல்லது அகாடமிக் ஸ்டாண்டர்டுக்கும் there is going to be a single norms. ஸோ இது நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். And coming to a very interesting and important aspect of new education policy என்ன அப்படின்னா, there will be no rigid separation between arts and sciences. ஸோ சின்ன உதாரணம் சொல்றேன். A nursing college student or a medical student or a science student, if he is interested, if really interested, they can choose a course from liberal arts. They can choose a course from, for example, from arts subject to political science and public administration. You know, my dear participants, there is a good number of medical students are choosing political science as an option in the civil services examinations. In the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission or the central level and the state level recruitment examinations, இது உங்களுக்கு நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்குமோ தெரியல. A medical student is choosing an art subject for a competitive examination. Now, this is a greatest advantage that curriculum and extracurriculum activities, it will be extended beyond your discipline. So, nursing தாண்டி arts and science. If it is, for example, engineering student can choose arts and science subject. So, this is one important aspect, please remember. So, students can select subjects of their linking across a stream. ஸோ அவங்களோட ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு வெளியே போய் வந்து நீங்க சப்ஜெக்ட் சூஸ் பண்ணலாம். தென் அடுத்தது மிக மிக ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு டிஸ்கஷன்ஸ், ஒரு கிரிட்டிசிசம், கான்ட்ரவர்சி என்ன அப்படின்னா, vocational education will start in schools from 6th grade and it will be included internship also. So participants, kindly mute your audio so that you can resume your voice also. So vocational education, நிறைய ஒரு debate, discussions are going on at the national level as well as especially in Tamil Nadu, என்ன அப்படின்னா, whether it is good to provide a vocational education to the students in the 6th standard. So here, what the government think that extra curricular activity, extra technical education is required for the students. For example, நீங்க நம்ம ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன்ல நான் சொன்ன என்னன்னா, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நம்ம ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றோம், பட் வேலை வாய்ப்பு தேடக்கூடிய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நம்ம ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றோமா அப்படின்றது ஒரு பிக் கொஸ்டின். ஸோ நவ் திஸ் vocational education as well as the training for the students, definitely it will empower. It will empower as well as give a sense of self-reliance on the part of the students, on the part of the student to get a self-employed. For example, பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க vocational craft or electrical work or the metal work, gardening, watering, or any vocational training. So if the student wanted, they can choose. So நீங்க பாலிடெக்னிக்ல வந்து ஒரு 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 ஆஸ்பெக்ட பார்த்துருப்போம் நம்ம. There is a difference between engineering and polytechnic காலேஜ்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, in polytechnic colleges there is a more hands-on practice. There is a more hands-on practice. Training is being given, and whereas in engineering colleges, this training and hands-on practice is a little bit lesser than the polytechnic students. ஒரு சீக்ரெட் என்ன அப்படின்னா, நீங்க some companies they prefer polytechnic students than the B graduates or the BTech graduates because the hands-on practices. So this technical practices training will be given to the students through this new education policy 2020. Good. So participants கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணுங்க உங்க ஆடியோ, கொஞ்சம் வாய்ஸ் டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் ஆகிருக்கு. Participants please mute your audio. இது எல்லாமே நீங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டிய விஷயம் நிறைய இருக்கு பாலிசில. ஸோ கைண்ட்லி லிசன் டு மீ. அண்ட் அனதர் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் மேடம், பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் வந்து அன்மியூட் பண்ணாம ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு மேடம் ஜூம்ல. ஸோ அந்த ஆப்ஷன் நீங்க கொடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் cannot enable ஆடியோ. ஸோ கமிங் டு நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைடு கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க.
Okay, sir, we'll do it, sir.
எஸ் மேடம், எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் வாய்ஸ் டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் இருக்கு.
Okay, okay, I will do it, sir.
Shall I continue, madam? Fine.
அவர் பேசுறது எனக்கு கேட்கல சார். அவருக்கு சேர்த்து அன்மியூட் ஆயிடுச்சுங்களா? இது பண்ணுங்க மேம், நான் கூப்பிடுறேன் இருங்க. என்னமோ பண்ணிட்டேன், அவர் பேசுறதே கேட்க மாட்டேது. சார் சார் நீங்க பேசுறது சார், your voice is not audible, sir. Please wait.
Madam, now it's okay, madam?
Now it's okay.
Okay, madam. Yeah. Now, just a minute. Sorry for the technical difficulties and thank you, ma'am. So, இங்க முன்னாடி ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு பாயிண்ட் ஆக்சுவலாக உங்ககிட்ட சொல்லணும்னா, இதெல்லாம் நீங்க நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட பேச வேண்டிய விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், I am audible, madam? Okay. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Okay. So, before that, I told madam, definitely you should discuss this issue with your students in the classroom. And there is going to be a one single national testing agency, and they will offer high quality common aptitude test, and they will conduct it twice in a year for all the students of science, humanities, languages, arts, and vocational subjects. So, there is a staff selection commission is available. There is a railway recruitment board is available. That is what I told. This topic is uniformly very, very significant and importance to all the students and all the faculty members. And this is the advantage of the topic. So coming to this national testing, there is going to be a very, very challenge for our students. So you have to prepare, and you have to prepare to the level of national testing agency. So there is a common test every year. They will conduct 2 examinations, and even 2 days before, there is a notification, there is a information in the newspaper about the national testing agency. So need not appear separately for the banking service examination, need not appear separately for staff selection commission. தனித்தனியா நீங்க எக்ஸாமினேஷன் நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எழுத வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. So the mark secured by the candidate, that will be valid for 3 years. So based on the mark, the candidate can choose their services. For example, if I wanted to prefer for banking, and I can prefer. If I wanted to prepare for income tax customs, I can prefer staff selection commission. So not necessarily an engineering student should choose only engineering profession, or a political science student should choose a profession in politics. அதை தாண்டி நீங்க எது வேணாலும் நம்ம சூஸ் பண்ணலாம். So definitely please discuss with your students in the classroom. And another thing is there is going to be an importance of board examination, and the examination to be conducted twice a year. And really, so this is also advantage for the students. So every year we conduct examinations once, but now they are planning to conduct it twice a year. And any student for any reasons are not able to appear in the first examination, they can appear in the second examination. And this is another advantage in new education. So here you just see, my dear participants of the program, and the new education system wanted to transform the education, especially teacher education, by closing the substandard education institutions. For example, substandard means, if you go, Tamil Nadu is very fortunate, but if you go at the North India, there you can see the mushrooming of education institution with the fact degrees and with fact promises, and without any recognition from the UGC or AICT or medical council, and they offering programs. So the victims are students. Now this new education policy wanted to shut down these substandard education institutions, and they promised to provide a quality education. Another important thing is that there is going to be an integrated, what we call as a B.Ed program, and now it is going to be introduced. If any student wanted to choose a teaching profession, will have to choose the B.Ed program. And coming to another very, very important, the crucial recommendation of the new education policy, there are three types of education institutions. So faculty members, just to pay your attention, one is a type 1. It is completely focused on world-class research and high-quality research trained teaching only. Now this new education system wanted to separate. So suppose if the education system is only for the teaching, they will be in first category. If the education system, they completely will focus about the research, they will be coming into the second category. So if, for example, your college wanted to focus complete quality teaching, you will be putting in the first category, type 1. I think you understand. So மூணு விதமான கேட்டகரியை பிரிக்கிறாங்க சார். இதுல ஒன்று வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஹை குவாலிட்டி டீச்சிங் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ். அதாவது இப்போ நீங்க உங்களுடைய காலேஜ், சப்போஸ் யூ வாண்டட் டு ஃபோக்கஸ் ஒன்லி த டீச்சிங், யூ ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆன் டீச்சிங். Suppose if my university, we are going to focus only about research, then it is coming under the second category, that is a type 2. அடுத்தது பாருங்க, type 3ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா this will focus about both research and teaching, and this is the third category. எல்லாத்தோட மிக முக்கியமானது என்ன அப்படின்னா, just to see there is one advantage, greatest advantage, what I see the positive aspect in this new education system is multiple exit and entry option. நம்ம ரொம்ப தெளிவா சொல்றோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், ஒரு 4-year program இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, the candidate can leave the program in the first year, end of the first year. They will be given with a certificate. Whereas if the candidate wanted to continue and wanted to exit second year, will be given with a diploma certificate. Or the candidate wanted to complete a 3-year program, very good, well and good. After end of the third year, he will be given with the bachelor degree program. In the exit option, இப்போ நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கிட்ட கிடையாது. For example, if an integrated student 5 year, the students will have to study 5 year for any reasons, for any family reasons or the financial reason. When the candidate wanted to exit after end of the 1 year, not possible at present. Second year முடியாது. பட் இப்போ ஒரு பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜ் கொடுக்க போறாங்க. என்னன்னா, suppose if your student wanted to leave the college after 1 year, they will be given with a certificate. That is called certificate 1. செகண்ட் இயர்ல ஒரு டிப்ளமோ கொடுக்குறாங்க, தேர்ட் இயர்ல ஒரு கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஈவன் திஸ் இஸ் ஆல்சோ அப்ளிகபிள் ஃபார் தி போஸ்ட் கிராஜுவேட் ஆல்சோ. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம வந்து பசங்க கிட்ட ரொம்ப சென்சிடைஸ் பண்ணணும். திஸ் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். தென் அடுத்தது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இந்த இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் ஆல்சோ ஐ டோல்ட் மை டியர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், there is a shortage of quality teachers as well as teaching faculty members in the education and the college system. What is a shortage in the sense of what the government think, the new education policy thing, especially in science, technology, arts and liberal arts, the faculty members are substandard. For various reasons, they were recruited or they get into the job, but they are not updating the knowledge. இப்போ நீங்க பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, உங்களுக்கெல்லாம் சேலஞ்ச் ஃபார் நர்சிங் அண்ட் மெடிக்கல் அண்ட் அதர் ப்ரொஃபஷன். கண்டினியூஸ்லி யூ வில் ஹாவ் டு அப்டேட் இன் சம் சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் இன் சம் டிசிப்ளின். நான் வந்து தப்பா சொல்லோட, தவறா நினைக்காதீங்க. They are not updating the knowledge and there is a little room and scope for updating the knowledge for some subject. நான் சொல்ல விரும்பல. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய சுச்சுவேஷன் இனிமேல் ஃபியூச்சர்ல கிடையாது. The teacher will have to update knowledge, continuously update the knowledge, and this is what the new education system policy is a promise. Good. அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there is a higher education structure. இதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் உங்களுக்கு காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா இருக்கும், பட் வேற வழி இல்லை. New education system wanted to have a single uniform system, and the UGC is going to be transformed as a higher education grants commission. And the last slide பாருங்க, அந்த இதுல the report also proposed renaming of Ministry of Human Resource Development to Ministry of Education. Already government and president has approved. So hereafter MHRD வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து கிடையாது. MHRD ஒரு மினிஸ்ட்ரி கிடையாது. It is going to be Ministry of Education. These are all structural changes. ஒரு அமைப்புக்குள்ள கொண்டு வரக்கூடிய ஒரு சில மாற்றங்கள், இது நம்ம தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கணும். அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு 6 point the new education policies initiatives I have given in the PowerPoint. One is promoting internationalization of higher education. அதாவது இது அவ்வளோ ஈஸி கிடையாது. ஏன்னா நம்மளுடைய எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is designed to meet the local education and the local need of the people. But what this new education system 2020, it is a promise to take our education system to the international level. Second, strengthening quality open distance education. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், நீங்க distance promise to provide, even if the student is pursuing ஒரு open education systemல படிக்கிறாங்கன்னா definitely they will also enhancing the participation of the underrepresented groupன்றாங்க. underrepresented group அப்படின்றது ஒன்றும் கிடையாது சார், ஏழைகள், அதாவது people living in the marginalized group, or the people especially for the women, for the children, for the scheduled caste, for the scheduled tribe, and these marginalized peopleக்கும் ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கல்வியில கொடுக்கணுன்றாங்க. அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா eliminating gender social category. ஆக்சுவலி இங்கே ஒரு விஷயத்தை கண்டிப்பாக பேசணும், பிகாஸ் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் ஆர் மெஜாரிட்டி ஆஃப் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் ஆர் விமன், ஆர் த ரிசர்ச் ஸ்காலர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் ஃப்ரம் ஃபீமேல் ஜெண்டர். இங்கே ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன் பொறுத்தவரை the contributions of the women, the contributions of the girl children, it is around 2% only. நீங்க நல்லா பாருங்க, 2% தான் இருக்கு பெண்களுடைய ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன். அதாவது நான் சொல்றது வந்து நீங்க தமிழ்நாடுல இந்தியா லெவலில் நீங்க ஒரு எஜுகேஷன் யூனிவர்சிட்டி லெவலில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பிஹெச்டி டாக்டரேட் லெவல் ஆர் ரிசர்ச் லெவல், இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி 2% ஃப்ரம் தி விமன் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன். ஸோ திஸ் 2% இஸ் வெரி வெரி நெக்லிஜிபிள். ஸோ இதை வந்து நீங்க வந்து குறைக்கணும். அதாவது நிறைய வாய்ப்புகள் வந்து பெண்களுக்கும் ஜெண்டர் விமனுக்கு கொடுக்கணும். எதுக்கு? ஹையர் எஜுகேஷன்றது ஒன்று. அடுத்தது ஒரு முக்கியமான விஷயம், உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும், ரைட் டு எஜுகேஷன். there is a 25% of the seats are reserved for the socio-economically backward class people in the RTE. நீங்க நிறைய ஒவ்வொரு வருஷமும் நம்ம நிறைய ப்ராப்ளத்தை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். நம்ம அந்த ரைட் எஜுகேஷன்ல வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை சரியா அட்மிட் பண்றது கிடையாது. பட் யூ நோ மை டியர் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் த ப்ரோக்ராம், கரண்ட் RTE வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் கவர்ஸ் ஒன்லி ஏஜ் குரூப் to 6 to 14 only. பட் நவ் திஸ் நியூ எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம் என்ன சொல்லுது பாலிசி அப்படின்னா, it is going to expand the age group the 3 to 18 வந்து the right to education சொல்லக்கூடிய கல்வி உரிமையில கொண்டு வரும்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ அப்படி வரும்போது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கேன் ஆர் எக்கனாமிக்கலி புவர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கேன் ஆல்சோ கெட் அட்மிஷன் இன் பிரைவேட் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் அண்ட் பிரைவேட் எஜுகேஷன் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் அப்படின்றது ஒன்று. பட் இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரீசன்ட் டேட்டா எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வெதர் இஸ் சென்னை ஆர் வித்தின் தமிழ்நாடு, the percentage of students admitted in the RTE, it is around 25.71%. Not 100% seats are not filled. அதுக்கு நிறைய ரீசன்ஸ் இருக்கு, various reasons, lack of awareness, and even the parents are not ready to admit, or even some other schools பார்த்தீங்கன்னா the management itself they are not ready to admit the students. அடுத்த இன்னொரு இஷ்யூ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, even when the students are admitted in the private schools under right to education quota, they are not going to be treated on par with the students admitted in the management quota. இது எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் தெரியல. ஏன்னா இது நான் சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருக்கும், அல்லது வந்து மேபி யூ மே பி சர்ப்ரைஸ்ட். பட் இஃப் யூ see the PowerPoint, students are being given a different treatment in the private schools and they were also harassed by the management of the schools also. So என்னுடைய question, how this new education policy 2020 is going to address is going to address. இது ஒரு அடுத்த question. Then you come to the challenges. இப்போ நான் வந்துட்டு அடுத்த என்னுடைய பாயிண்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, if you come to the challenges of the new education system என்னன்னா, the government promised that by 2022 all schools will have the electricity facilities. You know, one data parliament, the government itself accepted that 55,000 villages are lacking electricity facilities. இது எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் தெரியல. இந்தியாவில் 55,000 கிராமங்களில் இன்னமும் வந்து என்ன கிடையாது, மின்சார வசதி கிடையாது. If that is the case, how you are going to provide 2020 by 2020 all schools for electricity facilities? Then another important promises என்ன அப்படின்னா, all schools will also be provided with the computers and the internet connectivity. See, right now we are conducting online classes, webinars, and you also conducting, and the college is also conducting. Whether all the students are able to get internet connectivity, urban or rural எடுத்து பாருங்க, you just see students living in a rural area with less internet connectivity or the speed or the உங்களுக்கு 4G network கிடைக்கிறது கிடையாது. And this is the number one reasons why most of the students are not able to connect with you through online classes. So இது ஒரு அடுத்த சேலஞ்ச் இருக்கு. ஸோ நான் வந்து முடியலன்னு சொல்ல கிடையாது, இதெல்லாம் சேலஞ்ச் இஸ் பிஃபோர் த கவர்மெண்ட் and how the government as well as education institutions are going to address them. Then infrastructure and other facilities to support differently abled students, safe drinking water and school premises எப்படி கொடுக்க போறாங்க with the toilet. இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு அடுத்த ஒரு டேட்டா, just to see the data, the survey 11%, that is in Tamil Nadu 11% schools are not having the toilet facilities. But if you go to the Bihar, Uttar Pradesh or North India, this 11% is 30 or 30 plus percentage. So now we are really என்ன சொல்றதுன்னா, we are encountering the problem with the providing basic facilities in the schools and the colleges. So how we are going to provide? Then அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா முக்கியமான விஷயம் அப்படின்னா, by 2020 there is going to be an evaluation of the teachers' performance. So now there is a challenge for the teachers. நான் முதல்ல உங்ககிட்ட சொன்னேன் தெரியுங்களா, teachers also challenge இருக்குன்னு சொன்னேன். What is the challenge? In sense, your performance will be evaluated by your students. And I'm just going to share one experience. If you go to the Tata Institute or some other Western foreign universities, the students can choose the paper as well as which teacher should teach the paper. They can choose the paper and they can choose the teacher also. So in the university website, it is being displayed. So on the one side, the paper, list of papers is available, and right side, the teachers who are willing to teach the paper. Now the students can choose the teacher as well as the paper, but now it is not available with our students. But நம்ம வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பேப்பர் as well as a teacher எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம தான் வந்து அலாட்மெண்ட் பண்ணுறோம், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு அந்த சாய்ஸஸ் கிடையாது. பட் நவ் இன் ஃபியூச்சர், once the policy is implemented, after the implementation, there is going to be evaluation of the teachers, feedback from the students and feedback from the participants of the class, or different stakeholders evaluating the teachers. Then this is another challenge for the teachers. But one side I am welcoming, because it is an opportunity for the teachers to continuously update our knowledge. இது ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு. Then அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, by 2023 India should have only educational sound teacher preparation programs in the operation. I'm really appreciating, because your college curriculum and my college and my university curriculum or the syllabus, everything is going to be perfect and it is up to the international standard. So continuously periodical updation of the syllabi is being done. So continuously our teachers will get the opportunity to revise the syllabus and to prepare the syllabus. This is one important advantage. இப்போ தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு சின்ன டெஸ்ட் நடந்தது. எதுக்கு சொல்றேன், நம்ம இந்த டீச்சர் எஜுகேஷன்ஸுக்கு அப்பியர் ஆகக்கூடிய கேண்டிடேட்டினுடைய குவாலிட்டி எப்படின்னு பாருங்க. In 2017 there is a testing, that is a set exam ஒன்று கண்டக்ட் பண்ணாங்க தமிழ்நாட்டில். In the set examination there are 7.53 lakh the candidates, they wrote the examination. Of which நீங்க பாஸ் பண்ணது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 34,979 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கேண்டிடேட்ஸ். ஸோ நீங்கள் பர்சன்டேஜ் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கம்மியாக. இதே மாதிரி அடுத்தது நீங்கள் there is a set examination or SLET, whatever you call it, Tamil Nadu. Only 14% of the candidate they pass the examination. SLET, that is a state level eligibility testing for the candidate who wanted to join in the college and the universities. So இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் 14%. So that is the reason I told in the initial, or we are producing candidate with employable candidate or employable graduates. So now இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் நீங்கள் கொடுக்குறீங்க, கேம்பஸ் ஆஃப் கேம்பஸ் ஆர் ஆன் கேம்பஸ் ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்களோ, ஸோ அந்த அளவுக்கு தான் நம்ம காலேஜுக்கு உங்களுக்கு மார்க்கெட்டில் வேல்யூ இருக்கும். இது ஒரு அடுத்த சேலஞ்ச் இருக்கு. பட் அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஒரு சேலஞ்சிங்கான ஒரு டாஸ்க்கு என்ன அப்படின்னா கிராஸ் என்ரோல்மெண்ட்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ ப்ரைவேட் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் ஆர் நோ ப்ராப்ளம், 100% யுவர் சீட்ஸ் ஆர் ஃபில்டு, யுவர் கெட்டிங் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். பட் வேரஸ் இன் தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் அண்ட் கவர்மெண்ட் காலேஜஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி 48% ஆஃப் தி கிராஸ் என்ரோல்மெண்ட் ரேஷியோ. அது தமிழில் சொல்லணும்னா ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக மாணவர்களுடைய சேர்க்கைன்னு தமிழில் சொல்லணும். நீங்கள் குளோபல் கம்பேரிஷன் பாருங்கள். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இன் யூஎஸ் இட் இஸ் 87%. ஸோ யூஎஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 87% ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸு காலேஜுக்கும் ஸ்கூல்ஸுக்கும் வராங்க. இன் ஜெர்மனி இஃப் இட் இஸ் 66%. இன் சைனா இட் இஸ் 39.4%. தமிழ்நாடு தான் கொஞ்சம் போர்டில் கொடுத்துருக்கேன் நான். தமிழ்நாடு தட் இஸ் என்ரோல்மெண்ட் ரேஷியோ இஸ் 48%. நீங்கள் நீங்கள் பீகார் யூபி எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் பிலோ தமிழ்நாடு அண்ட் இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி 25.8% ஒன்லி. That is a gross enrollment ratio. So now this policy, they wanted to achieve some 50% GER. Participants, it is not so easy to achieve 50%. Yeah, for each and every percentage gross enrollment ratio, you will have to hunt for the students, you will have to hunt the students, get the student for admission, improve your education, improve your campus, improve your infrastructure. That is not possible, but I am very happy. Tamil Nadu, it is already 48%. And certainly we will reach 50 and 50 plus. இது ஒரு அடுத்த சேலஞ்ச் இருக்குங்க. ஸோ அப்படியே லெஃப்ட் சைடு பாருங்க, எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் ரூல்ஸ், ரைட் சைடு தி ப்ரப்போஸ்ட்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன் நான். நீங்கள் ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங் இஸ் ஆல் அட்டானமஸ் காலேஜஸ் வில் பி கிவன் எ பர்மிஷன் ஃபார் கிராண்டிங் ஆர் அவார்டிங் டிகிரிஸ். இது வந்து ஒரு விஷயம். அடுத்தது there is no classification of research and training, but I told already my dear participant, there are 3 different types of institutions. One is exclusively for quality teaching. Second is exclusively for research. Third, if the institution is desired, they can concentrate on teaching and research. So இந்த மாதிரி வந்து பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் ஒரு எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் ரூல்ஸ் அந்த ப்ரொபோஸ்ட் ரூல்ஸ் இருக்கு. Then now each university is affiliated colleges are available. But Annamalai University, we don't have affiliated college. But if you go to Chennai, that is a Madras University, there are hundreds of affiliated colleges are available. But what the 2020 new education policy, no affiliated universities or the colleges irukka poradhu kediyadu, and every universities and every colleges are going to be autonomous institutions. And I told already UGC AICT mari different kediyadu. There is going to be only one body which is going to regulate. So எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு நல்லா இருக்கு. But அடுத்த விஷயம் அப்படின்னா I will ask you the simple question. So we are all in a state. The central government is framing the policy. You know, there is a 42nd amendment. If you see the PowerPoint, the left side, in this 42nd amendment, that is in 1976, education was transferred from state to concurrent. Actually, இது கொஞ்சம் சிம்பிளான விஷயம்னா இந்தியாவில் பொறுத்தவரை 3 லிஸ்ட் இருக்குங்க. ஒன்று சென்டர், கம்ப்ளீட்லி சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் இஸ் ஹேவிங் த பவர் ஃபார் எனாக்டிங் லா. ஒன்று. ரெண்டாவது ஸ்டேட், ஒன்லி த ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட். தேர்டு கன்கரண்ட், பொதுவாக ஜென்ரலாக ஒன்று வச்சிருக்காங்க. அந்த ஜென்ரலை கொண்டு போய் நம்ம எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டத்தை வச்சுட்டாங்க. நவ் இந்தியா இஸ் அ ஃபெடரல் சிஸ்டம். இந்த ஃபெடரல் சிஸ்டம், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் யுவர் வாய்ஸ் அண்ட் மை வாய்ஸ், எஸ்பெஷலி உங்களுடையதோ என்னுடைய வாய்ஸோ ரிகார்டிங் வித் எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆர் ப்ரொபோசிங் த ரிஃபார்ம்ஸ் இன் எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம் will not be represented 100% under the present situation. So everything is going to be centralized. So இது ஒரு சேலஞ்ச். ஸோ இப்போ நான் ஏதாவது சொல்ல வரணும், இப்போ தமிழ்நாடுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நான் பாலிசியை கொண்டு வரணும்னு நினைச்சா கூட 100% அந்த மாதிரி பாலிசியை ஃப்ரேம் பண்ண முடியாது. இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி யூனிஃபார்ம் ஃபார் த ஹோல் காலேஜ், ஃபார் த ஹோல். ஸோ கமிங் டு தி லாஸ்ட் பார்ட் ஆஃப் மை டிஸ்கஷன், recruitment of good faculty members. Very good. So this is completely absent in the new education policy. That is called recruitment of good faculty members. இப்போ இன்னைக்கு whether the Vinayaga Mission College or my university or any university, the name and fame of the college institutions depends on the quality teaching faculty members. So if the college is identified a right person for the right post, definitely the college will be in number one. உண்டா இல்லைங்களா? நல்ல டீச்சர் மட்டும் நம்ம கிட்ட கிடைச்சிட்டாங்க, ஒரு 5 பேர், ஒரு 10 டீச்சிங் ஃபேக்கல்டி இருந்தா, you can take the institutions in the next level. But here in new education policy, this issue is not addressed properly. So how they are going to recruit quality faculty members and how they are going to improve the moral values among the teachers. Indeed, it is also not adequately deal very, very properly. நான் முதல்ல சொன்ன இன்னொரு சேலஞ்சஸ் இருக்கு, முக்கியமா இது கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க. என்னன்னா, the new education policy, it called for public investment in education, that to be 6%. நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க is it very very easy? Not possible, because in 1960s, in 1970s, 20, அதாவது after independence, 1960s and 1970s, it was a promise to invest 6%. But till date not possible, because if you see the percentage, our investment in education sector, it is only 1.7% only. That is a total GDP. இந்தியாவினுடைய ஒட்டுமொத்த உற்பத்தியில நம்மளுடைய இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஃபார் எஜுகேஷன் இட் இஸ் 1.7%. இப்ப நான் சொன்ன பாருங்க, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த சேலஞ்சஸ், இந்த ப்ராமிசஸ் அச்சீவ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா, யூ வில் ஹாவ் டு இன்வெஸ்ட் 6% ஆஃப் யுவர் டோட்டல் ஜிடிபி. ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். ஸோ ஒரு குடும்பத்தோட வருமானத்துல வந்து 6% நீங்கள் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணி ஆகணும். பட் ரைட் நவ் வி ஆர் ஸ்பெண்டிங் ஒன்லி 1.7%. நீங்க அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் இஸ்ரேல் போய் பாருங்க, தேர் த இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இஸ் 4.3%. there is a Scandinavian countries are available, Denmark, Sweden இருக்கு, நீங்க நெதர்லாந்து இருக்கு. there the investment, that is GDP ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 7%, 6% above they are spending. ஸோ இவ்வளவு நீங்க ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார், நீங்க சொல்ற ப்ராமிசஸ், டாய்லெட் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ், கம்ப்யூட்டர், ஐசிடி டிவைசஸ், இதெல்லாம் கொடுக்க முடியும். இது ஒரு அடுத்த முக்கியமான சேலஞ்ச். ஸோ அடுத்த இன்னொன்று பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இன்னொரு சேலஞ்ச் என்னன்னா, there are nearly 1028 universities and some 40,000 plus colleges are available. But my dear participants, 90% of the fundings are going to central universities. A rest 10% are coming to the state government universities from the center to the state. இது எப்படி நம்ம வந்து அச்சீவ் பண்ண போறோம் ஈக்வாலிட்டி? ஒரு சின்ன உதாரணம் சொல்றேன். You have the Pondicherry University. The Pondicherry University is getting high funding than the state universities. So this is another challenge. So the private funding is increased, but the private funding நீங்க எங்க வரும் அப்படின்றது உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். If it is profitable, they will invest money. So அடுத்தது பாத்தீங்கன்னா, லைக் நீட் மாதிரி, there is going to be a single national testing agency. From today onwards, I am just going to give you an instruction to the teachers. Today onwards, you have to train your students to take up national testing agency. So throughout the university, இந்தியாவுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம் நடத்துறாங்க பாருங்க, அந்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு நீங்க உங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டை ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணி ஆகணும். Now I'll ask a simple question, whether you are going to teach your subject, நீங்க அந்த கரிக்குலத்தை டீச் பண்ணுவீங்களா, இல்ல நீங்க உங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டை வந்து தி நேஷனல் டெஸ்டிங் ஏஜென்சியினுடைய எக்ஸாமினேஷனுக்கு நீங்க ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுவீங்களா? அல்லது உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா புரியுற மாதிரி சொல்றேன். நீங்க now the students are preparing for the NEET examination, JEE exam. Some colleges, எங்க ஊர்ல எங்க ஸ்கூல்ஸ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா, நாட் காலேஜஸ், ஸ்கூல்ஸ்ல 50% they teach for the state board examination. Remaining 50% they are teaching or training the student for these competitive examinations or the entrance test only. But நம்மளும் அடுத்தது இதை தான் பண்ண போறோம், பண்ணி ஆகணும். Because once our students are recruited, placed, then it is a name for the colleges. Then அடுத்த challenge, public examination in 3rd standard, 5th, 8th standard. So அடுத்தது என்னன்னா, where is the possibility for dropout? இந்த எக்ஸாமினேஷன் ஃபெயில் ஆன ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ட்ராப் அவுட்ஸ் வரப்போக வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. ஸோ அடுத்த இன்னொரு சேலஞ்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ப்ரைவேட் ரோல் இன் எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம். ஸோ கேர்ஃபுல் எஃபோர்ட்ஸ் ஆர் எசென்ஷியல் ரிக்வயர்டு, பிகாஸ் த ப்ரைவேட் எஜுகேஷன் ஆர் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபாரின் யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ், இஃப் தே ஆர் கமிங், தே ஷுட் ஃபாலோ த ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் தி இந்தியன் கவர்மெண்ட், ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்டோட இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸுக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ண வைக்கணும். தட் இஸ் அனதர் சேலஞ்சஸ். ஓகே, ஃபைன். அண்ட் அனதர் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் சேலஞ்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, how you are going to fill the 40% of the vacancies in the higher education system. Already I told my dear friends, thanks to the guest faculty or the temporary staff, we are running the colleges, we are running the universities. The 40% அப்படின்ற ஷார்ட்டேஜோட நீங்க எவ்வளவு நாளுக்கு, how long you can continue your education, how long you can teach to the students. Now the government should focus about filling the education vacancies, especially in higher education, 40%. And I told last PowerPoint, last பாருங்க, India's research output at the global level is a 4%. Patent output is a 0.3% only. how you are going to improve that 4% to the 10%. Patent from 0.3 to 5%. இது எப்படி improve பண்ண போறோம்? It is possible only by good faculty, good publications, good research output, good patent output, registration. This is very, very important. So இது எல்லாமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க challenges are ahead. Okay, fine. This is ஒரு 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 யூரோப்பில் ஒரு யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் there is a academic integrity council is available. But this is not being discussed adequately discussed in the national education policy. For example, இங்கே பொறுத்தவரையும் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா the plagiarism and the copyright issue is a major issue. So someone's work is being claimed as a my work. And here there is a lack of mechanism in India to check the plagiarism and academic dishonesty in higher education. So after all, for several years, I have been working and I got the patent for my work. But when somebody is copying the work, somebody is claiming his work, and certainly, in the slide, most of the colleges and the universities are not using even for the anti-plagiarism software. நீங்கள் இது கூட வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் வந்து ரீசன் வந்து காட்டுறாங்க என்னன்னா ஃபார் எம்ஃபில் தான் நீங்கள் இப்போ கிடையாதுன்ட்டாங்க பிஹெச்டி ரிசர்ச் அவுட்புட் ஆர் யுவர் பேப்பர் அண்ட் தெர் இஸ் நோ ப்ராப்பர் டூல் டு டெஸ்ட் த பிளேஜரிசம் ஆர் நிறைய வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எங்கள் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் தெர் இஸ் அ அவைலபிள் and they will test the plagiarism percentage. If it is a less than 15%, you will be permitted to submit your thesis. இதை பற்றி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சொல்லலாம். நான் என்னவே சொல்லுவேன், நீங்கள் maybe you are a nursing student or if you are a medicine student or a dental student, but you wanted to be recruited for the government sector, you need to understand our politics, you need to understand our system, culture, constitution. இதெல்லாம் படிக்காம யாராலையுமே கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு சிவில் சர்வெண்ட் ஆக முடியாது. இப்போ ரீசென்ட்லி சிவில் சர்வீஸ் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் வந்து கண்டக்ட் பண்ணாங்க. A visually challenged girl from Madurai also, Purna Sundari, I think she passed in the examination and her subject may be different. Or all India எடுத்து பாருங்க ஒரு candidate has passed, his subject is different, but he was well versed in Indian constitution, Indian polity, Indian culture, Indian culture, tradition பத்தி தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். But this is not being discussed in the new education policy, and this is one thing. So coming to the last thing is, these are all the important points which I have discussed: equal education system, diversity, and more important is commitment to the quality learning and quality teaching. And definitely, Amartya Sen, Nobel laureate, and government should not hesitate to spend more money for the education and the health environment. I told my dear friend, other universities or other countries, the GDP le patina 6%, 8% investment in education health sector. So now India should think about investing from 1.7% to the 6%. 1.7% to the 6% வந்து கண்டிப்பா வந்து நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும், எஜுகேஷனுக்கு இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் பண்ணணும். ஏன்னா நீங்க இது வந்து ஒரு டென்ட் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டா பார்க்க கூடாது. As Amartya Sen, I quote Amartya Sen quotation: more spending on health, education, very important, health, nursing, education, my higher education and environment definitely will stronger the foundation of the growth as well as the development of the India. But நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம், இப்போ நீங்க அந்த பேண்டமிக் வந்ததுக்கு பின்னாடி see 57% the total household income has dropped. 57% of the government the family income குறைஞ்சு போச்சு. So naturally when something went wrong in health system, health sector, it is affected the family. I'm right? So family, head of the family health is affected. When the head of the family, the person is not able to earn money, then the whole family is getting affected. So naturally, when good spending on health system, education, improving the environmental condition, definitely it is a growth of the country, India. So அதை நம்ம முதல்ல புரிஞ்சுக்கணும் நம்ம. ஸோ அதனால நீங்க இப்போ நான் சொல்ற மாதிரி percentage of what we call 7% or 6% or 4%, டெஃபினெட்லி இந்த இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் வந்து டெஃபினட்டா நம்மளுடைய கண்ட்ரியை வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு கொண்டு போகும். ஐ எம் நாட் ஹேவிங் எனி செகண்ட் ஆஃப் ஒப்பீனியன். ஸோ மோர் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், more spending on education, it is required. So definitely, if you wanted to address the 2020 policy challenges, you need to invest more money, quality teachers, control over the private as well as the government universities, and training the faculty members for the 21st century challenges. இது எல்லாமே அவசியம். And after this meeting is over, please, my dear faculty members, teachers, or the principal, vice principals, or the tutors, kindly discuss this issues with your students in the classroom or with your definitely with your family members. ஏன்னா இந்த பாலிசி நம்மளுடைய குழந்தைகளை வந்து இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் பண்ணக்கூடியது. This policy is good, going to influence your children. This policy is going to influence the future of your students as well as the younger generations. So once again, I thank the college, especially the principal and the organizing committee members and organizing secretary for providing a very wonderful opportunity and to share my perception, my understanding about new education policy 2020. Now it's over to Madam. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, sir.
Chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Sir.
if you have any questions or any clarification, please.
I think there is one question in chat box, sir.
Yes, madam.
And most of them have appreciated your presentation, like excellent presentation and
Thank you, madam.
very
Thank you, madam.
elaborated. Like they have given a very good appreciations to you.
Thank
And
you,
we
madam.
also to give you appreciations. It was clear crystal of your points, are very easy to understand, sir. Very nicely you have given.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
And apart from that, there is one, what is this? Sita Lakshmi, someone has given. Apart from practical knowledge, research-oriented knowledge, what
Yes,
are
ma'am.
all the aspects need to be strengthened as a faculty regarding education, new education policy? There is a question.
Definitely, madam. More than that, your degree,
Other
more
than
than
the
that.
practice and research, what
Yes.
else need to be enhanced in Kekranga, sir?
A regular updating of the knowledge, skills, soft skills, curricular, extracurricular, or co-curricular activities ought to be strengthened, madam. Because if you wanted to sustain, நான் ரொம்ப தெளிவா சொல்றேன், if you wanted to sustain in the education system, in the market system, நான் market சொல்றது including education, you wanted to be sustained in the market system, definitely you need to empower yourself, you need to improve your, update your knowledge, thorough knowledge, and beyond your nursing, beyond your subject, and your knowledge in other subject is also very much essential. So as a public administration or the politician's teacher, now I can able to talk about education policy. So this is my out of interest. So in the Mari, if you expand your knowledge, if you continuously update your knowledge, you can sustain. And more important, ICT. நான் நிறைய டீச்சர்ஸ் பார்த்துருக்கேன், ஐசிடி ஆர் தி கம்ப்யூட்டர் லிட்ரஸி இஸ் லேக்கிங். அந்த மாதிரி இல்லாம ஈவன் ஐசிடி எனேபிள்டு டிவைசஸ் யூசேஜ் இன் த கிளாஸ் ரூம், next level teaching, that is a virtual classroom, e-learning materials, providing e-learning materials, இது எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா this is the need of the hour. So please understand the challenges are humpty. So you have to be prepared for facing the challenge and establish yourself in your institution or in outside your institutions also. So this is my humble submission.
What you're saying is right, sir. The
Yes,
thing
madam.
is, most of them are not knowing. Awareness on the availability of resources is bit less. Awareness is
Madam,
not much,
madam.
sir, because
Yes, that is the
we
purpose of
nursing
this program.
professionals, mostly we were just entering into the hospital sector and daycare societies, and we were taking care of the day-to-day life and family. That's all. Because you can say that the people are from middle socio-economic background, not wealthy backgrounds, and one or two so smart enough are getting ready and going out of the field, learning something.
Yes.
And many are not thinking out of box. That is the point.
Problem. That's our mindset, madam. See, madam, once I recruited, once I become faculty member, immediately there is a saturation point in my mind. வாழ்க்கையில எல்லாமே சாதிச்சோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். No, we have not achieved. We have just stepped into the education system. There is a lot to improve. There is a lot to contribute for the society as well as the system. So இந்த ஒரு மைண்ட், இந்த ஒரு திங்கிங் நம்ம ஃபேக்கல்டி மெம்பர்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு கண்டிப்பா வரணும். So hunting for the knowledge, improving the knowledge. There is one question in the chat room, madam, I have also seen. Sir, what about the students? Whether the students will choose type 1 education completely, type 2 research, or type 3? Actually, I told my dear friends, correct, for example, you please understand. Now the government is going to separate or the divide 1, 2, 3. For example, group 1, that is a type 1, it is a completely teaching. If you wanted to get degree or you wanted to get a degree, whether it is a B.Ed or whether it is, for example, nursing, BSc nursing or the pharmacy or any course, you can choose a type 1. Whereas a type 2, they will completely offer only the research. In that research, after your postgraduate, if you wanted to pursue your higher education in terms of your research, then you can choose the second category. So depending upon your goal, depending upon your requirements, you can choose between 1, 2. That is the purpose of the education policy 2020. So research, you can choose second one. If it is teaching, you can choose first one. So that is my point for your question.
And there was one more question, sir. As you mentioned, 3 types of colleges.
Yes, madam.
Will the student be able to make a choice on this after school directly in Kekranga?
அதுதான் இப்போ சொன்ன மாட்டேன் நான். If they wanted to get a degree, if they wanted to go for next level education from school, that is after plus 2 or after what we get 10 plus 2, if they wanted to get an education, they can choose first category. Then they can go to the college. After 3 or 4 year completion, they will come with a degree. Even within that 3 to 4 year, definitely at the end of the first year, you will be given with a certificate. But if on the option, we are not giving our students. Whereas after the second year, they will be given with the diploma certificate. After 3 years, when the student wanted to exit after 3 years, they will be given undergraduation. If on the opportunity, right now, we are not providing to our students.
That's
so
right.
when the student exit the first year, no certificate, no degree. So 1 year, our reason, because you are all very fortunate and I am very fortunate in terms of economy. But whereas the family income is very, very important for pursuing, continuing the education. So when family is not ready to support, so when the candidate exit after 1 year, now we are not giving any certificates. But whereas the new education policy promised. So this is one advantage. அதுதான் முதல்ல சொன்ன, depending upon your objective, your choice, you can choose first one. After your post graduation, you can choose the second one. Completely it's going to be research. Second one you can choose.
Okay, so there is one more candidate asked about the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. They want to have an elaboration on that.
Actually, and I think I told you in the introduction, now there is going to be
sir,
yes,
the second or third slide 5 plus 3 plus 3.
Yes, but that 5 is nothing but you are entering, you are not நீங்க கிடையாது, தப்பா நினைச்சு, you are in the sense a boy or a girl or a children or a kid is entering third age la enter ஆகறாங்க, and for 5 years from third age to
At
8,
the age of 3 they are entering another 5 years then.
5 years 8, that is a kindergarten or what you call is a primary education.
Age of 8 they will complete one more.
Yes, yes. Second category 8 to 11 years, that is 5 plus 3 la 8 to 11 is coming. Then அடுத்த age group 11 to 14 years they are coming under the third category, that is 3 plus 3 la second 3 வருது. Fourth one is and age group 14 to 18. When 18 they complete school education and higher secondary they complete.
Schooling complete பண்ணிருப்பாங்க.
Yes. அதுதான் வந்து இந்த புது டிசைனிங். பட் இப்போ மாதிரி வந்து 10 plus 2 stream கிடையாது. It is going to be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4.
10 plus 2 stream illama 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 stream
yes.
we are going to come.
Yes. It is right now it is available in the presentation also. I think madam is correctly pointed out.
But at all these levels national testing will be, sir.
Madam, இனிமேல் நீங்க
எல்லாமே
yes, now whether you studied in the rural or you studied at the urban or cosmopolitan city in India, you will have to take up national testing agency examination. But one way, madam, it is a welcoming, because I need not apply banking service separately. I need not apply railway separately. I need not apply. Don't take it negatively. It is a positive for the students.
That's
so
good
that
only,
is,
sir.
yes,
Entering only one examination and getting allotment accordingly.
Madam, right now I am a deputy controller of examination, and in our university we are unable to conduct examinations because if you fix any date, students they come with, sir, I am having a net exam, I am having gate exam, I am having BSR exam, I am having TNPS exam.
They'll be some excuses.
Madam, பரீட்சையே நடத்த முடியல madam. But now it is twice in a year. You write a first exam and you also write a second exam.
It
For
is
example,
national level.
Yes, national level. If Shaktivel gets 360 first exam, fine. In second exam, if I secure 420, that 420 will be counted. So it is applicable for 3 years.
How do you perform and
yes. So this is the latest developments. அது சொல்றதுக்கு தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு வந்திருக்கேன். This is the latest developments some 5 days before the cabinet has approved.
There will be much discrimination with private and government, all those things, sir, because the overall talent test, it comes now, everybody is going to perform.
Yes. Only thing is we have to convey the message to our students.
To the youngsters.
Yes,
we need
madam.
to make them to get clear awareness on all those things.
Yes, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Very nice
Thank
session.
you. And I think ரொம்ப போரிங்கா இல்லாம ஓரளவுக்கு
Sir, and people have raised a question because it is a new issue, no? So many of them have raised questions and many of them have appreciated your sessions.
Thank you, madam.
And really it's a wonderful session, sir.
Actually real ஒரு
clear crystal it is.
Actually ஒரு சின்ன எனக்கு ஒரு எங்கிபிஷன் இருந்தது. So talking to the students of the nursing college, whether I can able to deliver to that level, so that was initial my apprehension.
But no, sir, it's not like that. Just nursing students, there was some issues, sir. Earlier it was language issues was there, and nowadays the examination language for everybody is English. So definitely they're supposed to cope up with the language.
Fantastic, madam. Thank you, and wonderful opportunity, madam, to meet you all through this webinar. And participants, thank you for patient listening also. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. So kindly think over the policy and you just change your personality, change your mindset, and ready to adapt to 2020. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. We would like to extend our heartfelt thanks on behalf of Vinaya Mission College of Nursing and the Indrani College of Nursing. And because you have spent your time, valuable time, around a week, you prepared yourself and came and presented very nicely. To our level, you presented. That's what I can say.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much.
Nandri, madam. Bye, madam. Bye.
With this last day session, என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு? With this last day session, I am closing. My heartfelt thanks to all the beloved participants, principals from the various colleges, vice principals from the various colleges in and around the Pondicherry, and lecturers, professors, associate professors, lecturers, tutors. Thanks for the active participants. Please fill the feedback link. We will post the certificate to your mail ID. Once again, I thank you all.